Up next, we'll move over to Division II doubles. Goixerri and Ben take on Laloo and Aratz. Any way you slice this one, Stu, it's the closest match and the biggest toss-up on the game day. Record-wise, Goixerri and Ben 6-4 in the regular season. Laloo and Aratz 5-5. They split their 2 matches in the regular season. Laloo and Aratz won a 3-set match early in the season on February 28th, 6-4, 1-6, 6-4. Then Goixerri and Ben won the rematch on March 25th, 4-6, 6-0, 6-3.
A reminder that the first team, whether it be the Fireballs or Renegades, to win 4 matches, wins the championship. That last one, as you were saying, that was
that
would have gone a long way for the Fireballs, a real long way. You got to take either Goixerri or Goixerri out of it. I mean, that's just really how the math really works on it. A surprise beating of either one of them.
Another opportunity right here. Goixerri and Ben up against Laloo and Aratz. And every year that the Renegades have lost in the championship, the last few years, this has been the team that has lost in the championship.
Goixerri serves. Our match begins with an underserve. First fault, second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line.
And that's the thing really with playing the Renegades team is, I mean, you have 2 matches that you feel like you have a really good chance to win. It's just, can you beat Goixerri and Goixerri 1 out of 4? It doesn't seem like a whole lot. Then when you get out there, you recognize it's quite a lot.
Here's a backhand by Aratz. Good catch by Ben at the 13. Aratz at the 10, backhand to the inside. Here's Goixerri. Backhand blasted, coming out to the rebote. Rebote forehand powerfully thrown by Laloo, dropping. Rebote by Goixerri. Stays inside, Aratz is there. Backhand by Aratz. Goixerri calls for it. Forehand rebote. Aratz is there. Backhand from the 10. Goixerri on the rebote. Big bounce. Brought down by Aratz. Cortada. Read and stopped by Aratz. Goixerri reaching behind him and make the catch. Here's the backhand. Beautiful catch by Aratz at the 12. Ben's there. Backhand from the 11. Laloo powerfully from the left side. Rebote. High and inside. Laloo cuts it off at the 8. Backhand. Caught by Ben. Here's Ben from the 12 line. Aratz again from deep in the backcourt. Goixerri has it. Aratz from the 12. Ben on the catch. Backhand. Aratz to the inside now. Goixerri calls for the rebote. Plays it up from the left side. Excellent catch up high by Aratz. Beautifully played.
He got way up there.
Rebote left side by Laloo. Taken on the bounce by Goixerri. Goixerri powerfully from the left side. Rebote. Cosalo 2-all. Stopped by Laloo. Laloo powerfully from the forehand, and this will score on the return. Well done. Laloo and Aratz of the Fireballs first up on the board in this match. Laloo has a serve.
Yeah, and with a match here against Goixerri, I mean, this first set almost, it's like a warm-up set, you know. Goixerri's going to get warm. He's going to feel out the opponent because he's comfortable playing a set down. He can win sets 2 and 3 easily. He and Goixerri both. So again, this first set, trying to feel it out, see if he can get one by Laloo at Aratz. But Laloo is there, and we know he's got a cannon of a right side where he can make that catch.
Ben on the catch. Here's the backhand. Laloo comes cross court. Backhand from the 8 line to the inside. Goixerri calls for it. It's dropping. Laloo attacks. Winds up. Inside placement. Stopped by Ben. Laloo on the catch. Backhand from the 7 line. Goixerri to Aratz. Backhand from the 13. Right up the middle. Aratz takes this on the bounce. Backhand from the 10 line. Ben's there on the forehand. Laloo. Backhand from the 7. Here's Ben from the 11 to the inside. Rebote. Forehand by Laloo. Skip by Goixerri. Costello by Goixerri, scooped up by Aratz. Here's the backhand caught by Goixerri. Low bullet stopped by Laloo. Robote, that rebound off the back wall on the sidewall, played by Goixerri. Here's the backhand by Aratz. Philo stopped by Laloo. Laloo was falling and he still made the play. Goixerri, great play. Aratz will keep this in play. Goixerri has it in the air up at the 3 line. Blast it to the outside. The scoop attempt just missed. Excellent play by all 4 players. 1-1. Goixerri serves for the Renegades.
Yeah, unfortunate. Laloo just lost his footing here because he was going to throw a carom and it ended up being an inside placement. I mean, you see he comes over the top and Goixerri reads it actually. That's a tough catch low on the right side.
It's a beautiful
right
read by Goixerri actually. Yeah.
It's tough to control. And then Aratz, look at this save, diving save. He knows where his brother's going to throw it, but to control this one, again, it's on the bounce, kicking off the sidewall. There's really no chance. Good effort, a great point.
There's a backhand by Aratz, caught in the air by Goixerri. Goixerri with a bullet. Down low, Aratz makes the catch. To the inside he goes, bends there. Great catch off the sidewall. Aratz now from the 12. Goixerri from the 9, backhand to wall. To the outside, Laloo's on it, he plays it high. Goixerri takes it out of the air, Costi inside, scooped up beautifully by Aratz. Robote. Robote split placement, scooped by Laloo. Powerful backhand by Laloo. Goixerri calls for it. Laloo from the 7 line. Backhand to Ben. Ben from the left side. To the inside. Aratz is there. Backhand from the 10. Goixerri calls for the Robote. That died. Goixerri makes a save. Laloo attacks. He's got it at the 4. Hard to the inside. Ben down low with a beautiful catch. Robote. Robote forehand. Straight back. Goixerri. 2-wall Robote. Scooped up by Laloo. Cortada by Laloo. Stopped by Goixerri. Robote coming out. Laloo to the inside. Ben stops it at the 13. Goixerri from the costado. Philo stopped again by Laloo. Laloo powerfully scooped by Goixerri. Goixerri to the outside. Laloo's there. Laloo blasts it back. Ben from the forehand. What a catch. Aratz on the bounce, backhand from the 10 line. Ben from the 11. Aratz at the back wall from the left side on the return. Here's Ben. Aratz down the forehand. Goixerri has on the left side. Costado dropping. Aratz got a head start, will not get there. The drop shot scores for Goixerri. Goixerri and Ben in the first set lead 2-1. Goixerri serves the Renegades.
Well, just a lot of positives for both teams right there. I mean, Laloo's catching has been phenomenal. I mean, he's snatching up these shots from Goixerri, coming in fast, right on the bounce, and he's caught 3 or 4 of them.
So then Goixerri turns to the inside.
And then Goixerri has been phenomenal. His shot making is looking good there with the drop shot. So again, you know, questions so far being answered by the fireballs. Laloo doing a great job of stopping the shots, but they just have to find a way to turn these points in their favor. Getting in these long rallies. And you almost feel like this first set is a must-win given how well Goixerri plays those last 2.
Fault under serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line.
That's close.
Here's the catch by Aratz. There's the backhand. Ben down low. Backhand from the 12 line. Hard throw to the inside. What a catch by Aratz. Goixerri calls for it, dropping again. Aratz makes the play at the 10 line. Hard to the inside. Ben down low again. Backhand from the 12. Robote forehand by Laloo. High to the backcourt. Robote for Goixerri. Big bounce cut off in the air by Laloo. Powerful backhand is stopped again by Ben. Robote saved by Laloo. Goixerri attacks. Karam stopped by Aratz.
Okay, it's in play.
That ball is in play and dying. Goixerri has it. Drop shot to the inside. What an effort by Aratz.
Wow.
That scores. 3 points for Goixerri and Ben. Tremendous effort by Aratz. Goixerri serves.
I just love the way Aratz the whole way. He's like, go inside. Don't let him know that I'm here. Bam, makes the catch. Stops it. Actually gets caught up in the net, but he got the throw off. It hit the wall. That's a floater, and a mighty floater. And Goixerri finishes it off with another drop shot. But look at that effort. Aratz sliding into the wall early.
My goodness.
I mean, he's everywhere. His range is second to none. His catching has been flawless. Is one of the younger player on the roster. Aratz has really stepped up this year into a bigger role, both on and off the court.
Fault, underserve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Second serve is good. Here's a backhand by Aratz. Then we'll let it go. Goixerri on the rebote, high the front wall. Laloo tracks it to the 9 line. Here's Goixerri from the 10. Low bullet. Off the tip of Laloo Cesta. That's a 4th point for Goixerri and Ben of the Renegades. Goixerri has the serve.
Yeah, right after we were singing his praises with the catching along everywhere. He just misses one on the inside. It's dropping kind of along the wall, but still one that you'd expect the way he's catching so far to bring that in.
Nothing easy about the catch, but
yeah.
the ace will score for Goixerri. Goixerri and Ben have 5 points. Possible set point. Yeah, that came into the box and stayed low. We've seen that throughout the season. A number of different front quarters have been able to get this play. Again, no bounce at all.
Oh, boy, it looked like it just scared. Aratz is looking, and yeah, it's just a tough break, 5-1. Goixerri and Ben locked in right from the jump.
Here's the backhand by Aratz. Ben from the 12 line. Aratz to the inside. Ben gets back in there. Backhand from the 12. Powerfully thrown. Rebote by Laloo. Goixerri takes it on the bounce. Backhand from the 9 to the inside. Aratz is there. Ben on the forehand. Right side from the 12. Laloo on the backhand. From the 8 to the inside. Ben's there. Rebote, that rebound from the back wall. Powerfully thrown. Rebote left side by Goixerri. Aratz on the catch. Here's Ben from the 12 line to the inside. Aratz again, backhand from the 10. Powerful, powerful throw by Ben. Rebote at the 5. Goixerri has it on the costado. Split placement scores 4. 6 points and a win of the first set for Goixerri and Ben. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set. So the score says 6-1, but the play, my goodness, to get to that 6-1, just phenomenal.
Well, especially early. I mean, those were long, competitive points. And honestly, I mean, early on, it felt like the Fireballs had control. I mean, they had a little momentum. And then, you know, Goixerri started doing his thing, and it's magic. Again, what we've seen the battle court, a couple championships, 2 already, looking for a 3rd tonight if the Renegades can win the game day. Take a look at these replays, starting off with the Costado 2-all, but Laloo gets out to this one, fires it inside.
That's that power that we're talking. Yeah.
That was the only point for the Fireballs.
Goixerri put them on the defense. Goixerri and Ben put them on the defense. Ben played absolutely beautifully. Laloo was on this. He just loses his footing.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, just the fact that he got a throw off at all.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Rebote save. Look at this 2-all.
Yeah.
But Goixerri, his concentration on the ball is laser-like. A scoop down that low on the forehand. Tough play.
Drop shot there.
Beautifully executed by Goixerri.
Just snuck it in. And then up here, look at Goixerri attacking again. Karam. But look at Aratz. I mean, the read here is phenomenal. gets the throw off, kinda. Is escaping as he does so. Hits the wall. Goixerri.
All that real estate.
You know what? I'll drop it inside again.
Well, Aratz sent Laloo back to cover the inside deep. And again, Goixerri reads the court as well as anyone. Beautiful catch here by Goixerri.
And then look at, you got Laloo darting to the outside to protect the 2-wall that opens wide. So what does Goixerri do?
Split placement.
I mean, the splitter, and no one particularly close to that throw. We don't have the numbers from the last championship, but I mean, just for me, Stu, Goixerri's way more aggressive than we've seen in the championships before, specifically in this Division II team.
In terms of placement, no question about it.
When he and Ben have lost, they've engaged in these long rallies, and you get into a long rally, you might miss a ball, and that's how you let maybe a lower opponent into the match. But tonight, they've had their foot on the gas from the start. We'll see if they can do it here to begin set 2.
Ready to begin our second set. Laloo has the serve for the Fireballs. Laloo serves. We begin our second set with a over serve. First fault, second serve must be good. Here's Ben on the catch, backhand to the inside. Aratz, difficult catch at the 13. Goixerri comes in at the 8, backhand to the outside. Will land in perfectly and score. The outside placement of the backhand, scoring for Goixerri. Goixerri and Ben of the Renegades on the board first here in the second set. Goixerri serves.
Goixerri in his bag early. I mean, he's breaking out everything. Yeah, I mean, backhand straight to the outside. You see Laloo, it's like I've seen him throw about 1,500 backhands this year. He hasn't done that once. What a throw there.
Excellent serve by Goixerri. Here's the backhand by Aratz. Ben behind him. Grabs the ball on the left side. Here's Laloo, midcourt, backhand to the inside. A hard throw, rebote by Goixerri. Aratz, backhand from the 9. Ben on the forehand from the 12. Laloo from the 8. Hard throw to the forehand of Goixerri. Outside placement stopped by Laloo. Laloo powerfully to the inside. Goixerri, what a catch at the 9. Big backhand. Rebote forehand by Laloo. Goixerri calls for it. Rebote left side. To the inside. Aratz up the wall. Down with the ball. Goixerri calls for it again. A swing and a miss by Goixerri at the 8 line. 1-1. Laloo serves for the Fireballs.
And you just tell right as he went to make the swing, he didn't have the ball settled in the basket. Beautiful grab there. Aratz coming down with it. Puts it on the wall. But you see here, as it hits the back, he never had it. We say you got to catch it and throw it almost simultaneously, but you got to get the ball into that basket.
100%.
Never happened there.
Powerful serve by Laloo. Good catch by Ben. Low bullet by Ben. Aratz on the rebote. Goixerri eyes it at the 3 line. Straight to the outside. It scores. It's 2 points for Goixerri and Ben of the Renegades. Goixerri serves.
I haven't seen Goixerri play to this level of aggression in quite a while.
I think one thing that I'm noticing, you're seeing the aggression, I'm seeing the comfort.
I mean, he's playing like he just got up from a nap 10 minutes ago. I mean, he's not moving too quickly. He's not exerting a ton of energy. He's just in the right position every time, and it just looks effortless, to your point.
Aratz on the backhand, straight up the middle. Caught by Ben. Backhand by Ben. Laloo from the 9 line. Powerful backhand. Ben's there. Here's Aratz to the 10 line to the inside. Rebote. That rebound off the back wall, fired from the forehand of Goixerri. Aratz sets up for the rebote. Looks to get some bounce. He does. Ben with composure, backhand from the 12 line. Rebote forehand down low. Goixerri has to reach in, makes the catch. Low and hard. What a catch by Laloo. Ben on the forehand, back on the wall. Laloo winding up. Split placement, stopped by Ben, and a great catch. Laloo At the 7 low bullet. Goixerri calling for it.
Wow.
That cleared the overhead screen. Cleared the front quarter. Here's Aratz. Straight to the back wall. Philo Robote will score. 3 points for Goixerri and Ben. Goixerri has the serve.
That's just sick stuff, Stu. I mean, we have what he's doing. I mean, that throw. First of all, the picata rebote. I mean, clearing the screen was a phenomenal save, and then to do that off the rebote on the next throw just shows you the range of his shots too. He has the power, he has everything that you want, but he also has the finesse and can make those plays and lay it up to the inside when he has to. A complete player, and you're seeing the whole offensive package tonight.
And again, Ben is spot on in the back,
Ben,
backing him up. Perfect.
He's everywhere. Yep.
Here's the backhand by Aratz, caught by Goixerri. Goixerri winds up.
Oh, boy.
Drop shot, read by Laloo. Laloo rifles the split placement. It is stopped by Ben, and another great catch. Aratz takes this one out of the air. Ben overhead, backhand from the 12 to the inside. Aratz is there. Outside placement, stopped by Laloo. Carom by Laloo. Perfectly returned to score. 2 points for Laloo and Aratz. Laloo has the serve for the Fireballs.
So Laloo finally gets to one, and Goixerri kicking himself, makes the stop, and then not going to give him any chances. Goixerri's been catching everything, so throws the carom. It opens up, and it scores.
Similar to Urrutia in the previous match, you know, just if you got it,
go.
throw it. Beautiful catch by Ben at the 11 line. Here's the backhand. Robote. 2-all, opening wide and scoring. 3-3. We're all tied up in the second set. Laloo serves.
Well, there's a counter for everything. And if Goixerri is seemingly cutting every ball off on the inside and everywhere, the outside of the court is exposed. And Laloo's starting to figure that out now. Those were the shot a little bit earlier, and here off the rebote especially. Goixerri's looking to get back inside, cut it off on the next throw. So that's the perfect time to throw something.
Goixerri picks this serve hard to the inside, read and stopped by Aratz. Aratz to Ben. Ben from the 11 line to the inside. Here's the backhand by Aratz. Goixerri in the backcourt. Rebote forehand by Laloo, cut off by Goixerri. Goixerri, drop shot to the inside, read by Aratz. Aratz with the philo that will land in and score. 4 points for Laloo and Aratz. Laloo will serve.
Well, the younger brother taking a page out of Goixerri's book here. The philo, wow, from the outside, just out of reach. And what a run here. You know, felt like the Renegades had all the momentum. Goixerri doing his thing, and now Fireballs leading 4-3.
Here's Ben on the backhand to the inside. Aratz from the 12. High and hard to the backcourt. Here's the backhand by Aratz to the inside again. Rebote coming out. Aratz takes this on the bounce. Looks to pass. Ben takes it in the air. Backhand from the 11. Rebote forehand, hard to the inside. Goixerri has it. Coasty inside at the side wall. That's a tremendous play by Aratz. Hard backhand by Ben. Here's the backhand by Aratz. Rebote. Aratz on the catch. Backhand from the 10 line. Wall to wall he goes from the left side. Split placement called for by Aratz. Aratz gets it inside. Goixerri's there winding up. Hard to the inside, and Aratz is there too. Here's the backhand. That does not clear the overhead screen. 4-4 is the score. Goixerri serves the Renegades.
Yeah, well, Aratz, I mean, was on the outside, made a fine catch, and he's coming back here, lunging in, makes the play, but you'd never had, I mean, see how high he threw it? I mean, he hits it up in the fourth row there, and it kicks up and out of play. It feels like it's been a perfect start to the match for the Renegades, and still, the Fireballs have a chance, which is a good sign. They've weathered the Goixerri storm. I mean, it was a big one early.
Hanging in there.
And after Laloo made that one stop, you see that last point, Goixerri played it differently than he played the previous 7 or 8 points.
Beautiful catch by Aratz off a hard serve by Goixerri. Here's Ben. Backhand from the 11. Aratz is there. Backhand to the inside. Robote. That rebound off the back wall. Laloo reaches in. Backhand. A low bullet stop by Goixerri. Goixerri powerfully to the inside, and Aratz is there. Robote forehand. This one caught by Aratz. Aratz goes to the inside. Goixerri calls for it. Aratz from the 13 line sends it to the backcourt. Ben takes it in the air at the 11. Laloo now midcourt. Backhand. Powerfully thrown. Coming out of the Robote low. Goixerri makes the save. Laloo calls for it. Goixerri cuts it off. Winds up. Costello 2-all will score. That is 5 points for Goixerri and Ben of the Renegades. Possible set, possible match point.
Well, he just took his eye off of it still. And you're going to see Laloo here looking right at the glass and not at the... Oh, man. Right as the ball's approaching. You see him take his eye off it and look at the front wall.
Happens fast.
That is... I mean, he's got to be licking his chops at the opportunity with the right side on the outside to try to take a 5-4 lead. And instead, now you got to win 2 points to even get yourself into a third set. Oh,
ball
good.
tipped, point, set, and match for Goixerri and Ben, taking it in straight sets, 6-1, 6-4.
And that's about as competitive of a match as you're going to see with a 6-1, 6-4 scoreline. Tight there late, but the Renegades pull away and win their second in a row and take a 2-1 game day lead. Coming up next, we'll have Goinaga and Flores against Jednan Cabrera. Again, Cabrera subbing for Ron in that Division 5 doubles match. But let's see the final sequence again. As a previous point here. Here's the 2-wall. And Laloo. Oh, man. Missed ball, and the match goes to the Renegades. Well, let's take a look at that game day score now, reflecting that win by the Renegades. Goixerri and Ben getting it done here in the championship over Laloo and Aratz. Yet another one of those toss-ups featuring Goixerri or Goinaga. The Renegades have won both as they lead 2-1 going into match 4. Goixerri and Ben joining us in the DraftKings Players Cage. Guys, coming out in this final match, we talked about the pressure that is on some of your teams here tonight, but you guys delivered in a big way. Splitting the season series, what was your confidence level coming into this match against Laloo and Aratz?
I'm always confident when I step on the court with him. I just know I got to do my job.
Yeah, it was a difficult match, but we knew that we had to win if we want to win the championship. So we did a great job, and I'm happy for the win.
All right, guys, well done so far. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.